What's up, guys? How we doing? How we doing? Today, I want to talk about Mr. Beast, the whale, the YouTuber. Not to slander his name, not to hate, but to give my honest feelings on the guy. See, Jimmy is somebody that I actually admired and respected for quite a long time. He made content just like I am, just me talking to you, and he really wanted to be a successful YouTuber. And when he came out with that video counting to 100,000 and that popped off, that was crazy. And I kind of kept up with him ever since. And he seemed like a very respectable young man with with determination and dreams and hopes, and I respected that. But from somebody that I have said countless times that I suffer from depression and whatnot, I can see it in his eyes that he does too. And when he came out with the video, his first one, giving a homeless man money, you could see the sparkle in his eye for the first time. It was like helping others helped him, which is kind of same for me. I'm unable to feel joy, so making other people feel joy is what makes me happy. Robin Williams, classic example, a hilarious comedian that made people feel joy because he was miserable and ended up, unaliving himself. And you could just see it in his eyes, you know? And then that popped off. And then he kept doing content like that, giving money away to people in need. And you could tell that Jimmy really actually cared about this, that he wasn't just doing this just to do a stunt, just to put a homeless man on camera and be shitty. He was actually trying to help people and wanted to help because you could tell it was helping him on the inside. And what happened? He blew the fuck up. He blew up to a point that I don't think anybody could have ever predicted. To be a fucking billionaire, to be at the level that he is insane. And his projects got bigger and bigger, and it became less about helping people and more about being this machine. This machine pumping out the biggest, the loudest content that you can, as quick as you can. The more money that you make, the more expensive you make the video. All about learning the analytics, the audience retention, how to keep the audience, like just being a machine. And somewhere along this path, Jimmy, you can see, lost himself. He started off doing something wholesome and got big through doing wholesome things. And you could tell that that brought him joy. But look at him today and tell me that he is the same guy. He looks emotionless. He is just this machine pumping out videos because, and I don't blame him. I'm not dogging on him. He became so big that now he has all this pressure on him. Billions are watching, and you gotta make video after video and make each video better than it was before. The pressure to perform is more important now than ever, And then he comes out with Feastables, comes out with the ghost kitchens and the whatchamacallits, the Mr. Beast burgers and shit, and which was a brilliant idea and expands, and like his knowledge of just how to grow and how to make his name a business was incredible. But after watching the game show on Amazon Prime of Mr. Beast, I can't help but feel bad for the guy because he's trapped in this cycle of now it's not about helping people anymore. It's about the stunt. It's about the video. It is literally what started as you, Jimmy, in YouTube is now not you. It's just tube. Tell me that Amazon video, now the Amazon video isn't on YouTube. It's on Amazon, obviously. But he makes videos like that on YouTube. What about that is about you? Like contestants doing this for money. That has nothing to do with you. Like, yeah, that's your content, but anybody could do that. It stopped being a unique thing that Jimmy did to help people and started becoming, we gotta top this, we gotta top that, We got to do this. You know, our crowd ranges from this age to this age, and we got to do this to keep the retention to here. And it became a business. He became this machine, right? And I'm not going to address the allegations against him. I'm not going to address the shady crypto businesses, the allegations against Chris, the bad things coming out about him. I'm just talking about as a person with what I've seen from my two eyes. What I saw was a man full of drive, determined, that you could see pain in his eyes. You can. You just, if you feel depressed, you can just see it in people. And he found what he liked to do and what brought him joy, which was helping others and giving them life-changing opportunities with the money. Getting the money from the videos that he was making and not even keeping it, just giving it to people. Amazing, beautiful, compassion. Needing more people like him in the world, and watching him go from that to this machine, this emotionless machine, just pumping out the biggest, loudest video that you can for likes and views, sucks. And to hear these allegations and shit about his character sucks. When you get to the top, there's only one direction left to go. You can only be on the top for so long. And I just feel for Jimmy, because it's not like it's his fault he blew up. It's not like it's his fault he became the biggest YouTuber ever. Like, I guarantee you he never would have predicted that happening. And the pressure of having to perform and output these videos, you know, it went from being something that brought him joy and helping people to just being business. And now he makes content like the Prime video. The Prime game show sucked. First of all, Squid Games, all right? The whole appeal to it is that people are willing to die for money. Is that people are doing these challenges and they're dying, right? And the rich and the wealthy are watching them as if they're just rats playing a game. And in this Amazon thing, we are the rich watching these rats play a game. I just can't help but think of how, like, soulless it felt. To watch people cry, to watch people, like, it just felt really soulless. And Jimmy's just making these quips, and he just looks like a robot the whole time. And I'm honestly worried about his mental health. Straight up. Going forward, I am. Because I know he feels the pressure to perform. I know that one day he is going to start to go downhill. And I'm worried about how that's going to affect him. Some might not care because of the allegations that have came out on him. But I feel a lot of the negativity surrounding Mr. Beast is just a result of the business, the pressure, and I can't help but feel for the guy. Because, yes, at the start, I think he was a genuinely decent human being. And yes, I do believe he suffered from depression. I don't know if he ever talked about it in his videos, but I just feel like you could see it in his eyes. Every time he gave a homeless man money and they thanked him, it looked like he was almost about to cry. You know, he literally enjoyed helping people. And it became less about that and more about the spectacle. And now we're at the greatest spectacle of all with this Amazon video. And it sucks to see someone go from being such a genuine human being to being this machine. From being the you in YouTube to just the tube. There is no Jimmy. You know, like, there is no uniqueness to this Amazon show that is unique to Jimmy. Anybody could do that. Anybody can host a game show. Anybody can set these things up. It isn't about giving and helping people anymore. It's about making a video bigger and bigger and bigger every time to keep the audience's attention and throwing random things in there to help the analytics and retention rate. And I will hand it to him. He's a master at figuring out the analytics and how to keep the audience glued to the screen, but at the same time, half of his audience are kids. It's not exactly hard to do, you know? So I'll end with just saying that, you know, that man has enough money that he could retire and never make a video again and he would be fine. I just hope that when that time comes, if it ever does, if it's soon, that he retires with dignity and his name, he doesn't go from being one of the biggest names on YouTube history to just being another, you know, now we're making a bad video about him, right? And I don't know. If I were him, I'd just fucking retire. I would just take the money and retire and try to find what makes you happy, because I think if he keeps going down this loop, I don't think he enjoys what he's doing right now. And maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm off, but I'm good at reading people. And reading early Jimmy and looking at Jimmy now, he went from a man to a machine. And it sucks to see. And there's only one direction you can go from here. And I hate the fact that now all these allegations are coming out and people are turning on him. And if I were him, I would retire. You did it, man. You became a fucking billionaire. You crushed YouTube. You became one of the biggest YouTubers ever. And I tip my hat to you for that. I would bow out. Because what else can you do? You know, it's not about helping people anymore. So why do it? Anyway, just wanted to give my thoughts on that special and him as a person. I'm not trying to shit on him. I'm not trying to slander him. And I am leaving details out that could be discussed, that could be an attack on his character. But I'm just speaking on the man, the young man that I saw turn into the person that he is today. And I feel for his mental health, and I hope going forward he just fucking retires, honestly. Thanks for watching.